1. Thought-provoking questions. Mark 5:30-39. Self-reflection. A. We spend most of our lives whizzing through our days. There is precious little time to self-reflect in order to change our perspective on life.
B. A Bible thought-provoking question that makes you think is worth asking.
It is aimed to help you get started on one of the most important things you can do for yourself: become more self-reflective in order to improve yourself and your relationships. C. As you read this question, consider how they might challenge long-held assumptions you may have about yourself and others. D. You may have to read the Bible reference to give you some ideas of the background to the questions. 2. Thought-provoking questions. Mark 5:30-39. A. Who touched my clothes? B. Why are you distressed and weeping? 3. Bible reference. A. Restoration and healing. Mark 5:21-43. 21 When Jesus had crossed again in a boat to the other side, a large crowd gathered around him, and he was by the sea. 22 Then one of the synagogue rulers, named Jairus, came up, and when he saw Jesus, he fell at his feet. 23 He asked him urgently, "My little daughter is near death. Come and lay your hands on her so that she may be healed and live." 24 Jesus went with him, and a large crowd followed and pressed around him. 25 Now a woman was there who had been suffering from a hemorrhage for 12 years. 26 She had endured a great deal under the care of many doctors and had spent all that she had. Yet instead of getting better, she grew worse. 27 When she heard about Jesus, she came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak. 28 For she kept saying, "If only I touch his clothes, I will be healed." 29 At once the bleeding stopped, and she felt in her body that she was healed of her disease. 30 Jesus knew at once that power had gone out from him. He turned around in the crowd and said, "Who touched my clothes?" 31 His disciples said to him, "You see the crowd pressing against you and you say, 'Who touched me?'" 32 But he looked around to see who had done it. 33 Then the woman, with fear and trembling, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell down before him and told him the whole truth. 34 He said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace, and be healed of your disease." 35 While he was still speaking, people came from the synagogue ruler's house saying, "Your daughter has died. Why trouble the teacher any longer?" 36 But Jesus, paying no attention to what was said, told the synagogue ruler, "Do not be afraid, just believe." 37 He did not let anyone follow him except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. 38 They came to the house of the synagogue ruler where he saw noisy confusion and people weeping and wailing loudly. 39 When he entered he said to them, "Why are you distressed and weeping? The child is not dead but asleep." 40 And they began making fun of him. But he put them all outside, and he took the child's father and mother and his own companions and went into the room where the child was. 41 Then, gently taking the child by the hand, he said to her, "Talita cum," which means, "Little girl, I say to you, get up." 42 The girl got up at once and began to walk around. She was 12 years old. They were completely astonished at this. 43 He strictly ordered that no one should know about this, and told them to give her something to eat.